Yeah, we're live, but I don't know where it's gonna go. I don't know if it's ever gonna be watched. The technical difficulties with Google Hangouts is real today. Is real. So if by any sort of miracle this gets out there, hello, welcome back to Infinite Roleplay. This is part 3 of the mini campaign, the quest called Let's Get Dangerous. For the Saturday morning tabletop game that I have been developing. And without further ado, on this episode, Saturday morning tabletop. Or should I say, last time on Saturday morning tabletop. Our intrepid heroes got their asses whooped. But they managed to fight back the threat at hand. Not only discover, but in some way defeat. He ran with his proverbial tail between his legs, but you did get the name Megabolt. So going back to town, licking your wounds, and resting up to be prepared for the next day. On the dawn of the next day, what do our Saturday morning heroes do? If anything.
Are we doing something? Are we supposed to do something?
You're back in town healing. You rested up. You needed to rest. Everybody saw y'all guys come in all beat up and haggard. They were like, "Whoo!" You know, so they know something happened. So they took care of you. They fed you. They nursed your wounds back.
That's good, because the Grimrock just pulls out his tiny little, well, it's tiny to him, but he pulls out his tiny little time guard emblem, and sticks it in the down pieces, and goes like that. Unless Nelson didn't see me pointing at
Oh, I didn't see anything point anywhere. So yeah, feeding. Yeah, they feed you. As a matter of fact, well, I'm only assuming you informed the mayor of the moment of what exactly was going on. And knowing that there is indeed a greater threat than he had thought, that there is a goblin that could command lightning inside the Wolfwood. He's really fitting to back you guys up. So he's no more complaining, no more like when are you guys gonna go? He's gonna supply you with as much food as you feel you need. So he'll start off by giving you all packs of rations for your journey outward. Let's see. Let me go to my where's my mundane gear? He'll give you the best gear bundle he can. Each one of y'all. So you actually get a gear bundle with the quality best.
And Gwildor does actively ask that instead of rations, they put in hickory logs. Hickory wood.
You can pull, if you don't remember what gear bundles do, they have a number of uses, and you can pull any mundane equipment you want out of a gear bundle. So the best gear bundle has 10 uses. It has an AP, an awesome power requirement of 1, so you just mark 1 off on your encumbrance. And they're each worth 120 gold apiece. So he's basically outfitting you as best as he can right now. And just so you guys remember, in this iteration of the rules, healing potions are still mundane equipment. So You could potentially pull a healing potion out of a gear bundle.
Excellent.
So he's equipped you. You've let him know about the threat of Megabolt. As the mayor of the moment, Mayor Muttons, also known as Billy Goat Muttons, chewing on his little blade of grass before sending you off. After gearing you up, after watching one of your warriors run away in fear, or disconnect because of internet problems, he'll ask, is there anything else about any other information that we need to know? Anything else we need to be worried about?
Grimrock looks at Gwildor, looks at Billy Goat, looks at Gwildor, looks at Billy Goat, and he says, Grimrock saw big wolves. Big wolves.
Big like how big? Like this big? And he puts his yeah.
He does it. No.
Like,
And then he points right up to his waist, Grimrock's waist, where it comes up to.
Puts his hand under his hat, twirling the blade of grass in his teeth. That's all. That's it's pretty big. Now, is there anything else we need to know?
Nelson, would those type of wolves be like normal in this part of the land, or would I make a check or anything like that?
You want to make like a survival or knowledge nature check?
Yeah.
Which would be based on your wisdom, actually.
Oh gosh. Oops. Oh wait, no, that's intelligent. No, his intelligence. So it's wisdom. Okay. I got a 12.
Well, all right. Now the wild men have come down from the mountains for the past few generations, so the knowledge of the wild isn't as extensive as it would have once been. A lot of the wild men, the Yetis in these parts, have become quite, for lack of a better word, domesticated. But you do know that giant wolves aren't an oddity. You know, these wolves, the wolves that you saw, on all fours, you know, they come up to your waist, right? Which is about a little bit bigger than the other timber wolves and stuff would come to, say, the mayor. You know, they'd be just about or below his waist in height. Wow.
Did you get that from Zaid?
Yeah, he says he can't join the call anymore. I'm gonna send him the link again. No, wrong one. I sent him the wrong link.
The face is not an oddity then.
Let's hope he can show back up.
Yes. We have to do more characters.
Yeah, two is a little bit. Let's see if that works. Hopefully, his internet is working well enough that it lets him in.
And then Grimlock snorts and then asks about the troll. What's the troll doing?
Well, as far as your knowledge check, you would know that these large wolves,
Oh,
they're not like they're normal. They're not abundant. Um, and giant wolves never really run in giant packs in these areas. They prefer more open plains so that they can wolves aren't ambush predators. They're endurance predators. So they need room to run down their prey, and bigger wolves need more room. So the fact that they're in this pretty densely packed woods is a little bit weird, but they're not unnatural. They are within this general area of the world.
he's still having problems.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. There's been nothing but problems with Google Hangouts today.
Yeah. Hangouts is it's really
Okay.
all right. Don't say anything. Take a pause. You sound like Megatron being remixed. Take a pause. Let Hangouts do whatever the hell it needs to do to catch up to you.
Remix is not the word I would have used. The words I would have used are for mature audiences only.
All right. Now, what were you saying, Sabe? I think I'm going to cry. Live on Google Hangouts, you see a grown man cry. Yeah, if you're talking to him, I can't hear. And why, Josh? Why did you even have to type it out? That's gonna be Gwildor. That's what's gonna happen to Gwildor.
No. I had to type it out.
Saturday morning tabletops experiencing technical difficulties.
Yeah, I know. If this was actual TV, back in those days, you would have had either, depending on how old you are and where in the world you are, you would have had the reference of the profiled Indian show up, the color bars, or simply, we'll be back from a word from our sponsors and an extended commercial break. That's what would normally happen on TV right about now. Or you just see the reporter going, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, maybe we should wait. Do you want to wait until see what's happening?
The thing is, I have no clue what's going on. As far as I know, because Sahib was saying, yeah, exactly.
But we're in a modern age, so instead we have this.
Exactly. That's what's going on right about now. When to get something like a working hangout. I'm ready to just roll instead of stress.
Okay, my jokes are over. You can stop presenting me to everyone.
Yeah, I just did.
Yeah, he's saying that fine, and then
Suhaib?
we'll talk, and then fine, and yeah.
Suhaib, can you hear us?
This is depressing. Alpha testing a system being development is actually too much for Google Hangouts to do. That's can't.
Yeah, you're overloaded it, Nelson. It's just too much. Your imagination, your ideas are too big for this crappy system to take.
It's too much to be streamed live. That's Hangouts for you. Yeah, I don't know if he can hear us because
Well, Chester, you know, you could always make a character and come in.
Oh, Chester's watching?
Yes, Chester is watching right now because he is commenting to me in Facebook.
Oh wow. Damn it, Chester.
Chester, Nelson can send you links and stuff, okay?
Let's send him the Hangout link to see if he would like to join in. Let's put that in right there. Let me go. Let me go right here and get me to my Google Drive.
Seeing as how, and I'm going to say this when we're live so that everyone can know it. Chepe
You're
can
live.
drop the ball a little bit. Love you, Chepe.
Oh, terrible.
Yes, I am. Apparently, he was removed.
What the hell? Well, I sent Chester the Hangout link.
He's going to try to see if he can fix this now. Although some of those weren't words, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah. He uses leaked speech.
Doesn't he know that the real leaked speech is English?
Whatever.
Hey, half the world speaks it, okay?
Look, it was leaked speech with some emoji, you know, tossed in. You have to speak emoji and leaked speech.
I don't
That's
speak
what it
emoji
is.
or leaked speech. Like that weird emoji you put on one of my video on that video I shared.
I don't know many, you know. I don't know many.
Chester, are you joining us, Chester? I know you can hear me.
I think Chester's just having fun watching us struggle.
He is.
So Chester's one of the 2 viewers we have currently who are getting an exorbitant amount of entertainment from just watching our pain.
Who is the other viewer? I want to know who the other viewer is. If you have me on Facebook, send me a message.
And then I heard it.
No, that was Chester.
Okay, all right.
He says joining now.
He went. "Kuting."
But for the other viewer, if you have me on Facebook, send me a message. I want to know who you are, because you are the most hardcore viewer in the world, because we're just sitting here fucking bullshit. And now he's gonna have to put. Sorry, dude, you're gonna have to put a fucking over 18 thing on this now. Shit.
Yeah.
Me in a game. You figured you would have to eventually. All of them.
You know what? I might as well just upgrade it to RPMA and just make you guys suffer.
Chester is here.
What up? Yo, Chester, do you have the newer? Do you have a chat box in Hangouts? Do you have the version of Hangouts that has chat? I think Chester's having technical difficulties too.
No.
No, you got to give me a few seconds when I join in. Were you talking to me?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. I was asking if you had the version of Hangouts that has the chat box.
I always forget that Chester's original Chester's computer was originally used by dinosaurs.
Wait, I'm a dick. I should just send you the link over fucking Facebook.
Yeah, if you don't mind, because I don't have Hangouts open.
Yeah, he can't open Hangouts and run his computer at the same time.
Wow.
I can. It's not the greatest.
Like I said, Chester's computer was originally used by dinosaurs.
Oh. That should be a thing. Like, somebody needs to make a meme of like Godzilla with some Coke bottle glasses bent over like an old Mac. You know, not even Mac. Nah, we're gonna go like
Commodore
Apple.
64.
No, just go Apple. Just the Apple before the Mac was ever introduced. Just an Apple computer.
You say that, Josh, but I actually do have a Commodore 128 actually in my closet.
Oh my God.
It still works too.
Guys, can
Oh, I heard you.
Stuhabe is back in. We can hear him.
that
He's back and I can't even see him. What's happening?
What's up, man?
Don't refresh Brian. You'll never get back in.
Oh no! Oh.
Now we just have to wait for Chester to make a character.
Why don't we
Should
try-
Chester make a level 2 or level 3 character, huh,
Level
Josh?
2. Well, at level 3. Let him be the same level as everybody else.
I'm gonna
Chester.
start off at level 1. You can't do anything.
Chester, I am going to say this to you, and take it however you may, even though it's a hint. Priest.
Yeah, we need it.
Okay. So, yeah, I think I'm going to be playing a priest.
Yeah, what kind of priest? The storm priest or the heel monkey?
Oh, I should be an ass and do the storm priest, but I'll do a heel monkey.
I mean, just typing it in chat. A heel monkey would make these guys pretty damn powerful. Storm, yeah. I mean, it's not like you're being an ass. I mean, you could still heal as a storm priest. You just could throw lightning and teleport around too.
Nelson, the character sheet you sent me is a picture.
Yeah, it's not a form fillable.
Okay.
And that's just if you wanted to have the character sheet up to see, you know, like while you're playing or something, or if you wanted to print it out, you have a separate one instead of the one that's already tied to the book.
I will actually go old school and bring out a paper and pencil. Make the character sheet that way.
We still do
If
it.
you need a form fillable, I can send you a form fillable.
Sure. Make it a little bit easier, I think.
Oh, you still got that one?
Yeah. It's going to be Barlow, but he can replace the things.
Yeah. Yeah, so his internet is really not liking him.
Oh, nice. I could kiss you, Nelson, if you have bookmarks on your PDF.
There is a form fillable character sheet. It is actually my rogue Barlow, but you can replace all the shit.
Okay. But what if I want to play the rogue?
You can't play Barlow.
Yeah, need an especially interesting voice for that one.
For one, Barlow is level 8.
Yeah. We don't need none of that here.
And secondly, you would have to talk. You would have to talk the entire game.
Like this.
I'm good. I don't think I could.
This is Barlow's voice.
You sound like a little kid.
Well, Barlow is a halfling.
That's his voice when he's Gwildor Yeti.
The Yeti form of Wildor. Damn changeling.
Okay, so we just pick our stats, like we get either that one or that one. We don't roll for it or anything. Okay.
Nah, I kept it really, really simple.
Is it like the cleric in 5e, where wisdom is the spellcasting mod?
Wisdom is the spellcasting mod.
Okay.
You just might need to refer to the spell section, because I completely redid magic.
Okay.
But you know, cure wounds is still the staple.
I'm watching a video of a Boston Terrier puppy.
Can you speak? See.
Yeah, I can. How is it?
You're auto-troning a little bit, but it's not as bad as before. So.
Yeah. It's at least understandable.
You don't sound like what I put in the chat.
Think of it though, he's not even cool. Having a priest help you guys is not fair. I mean, he could divine flame, bless, cure wounds, favor. Golly, what the hell?
There will be no divine flaming. I'm the flame guy.
Divine flame does radiant damage.
Yeah, I know.
Golly. Why did I write the spells like this? You guys have too much power. Gotta
We don't
throw
have
a
enough
Rask
power.
or something at you.
We don't have enough power.
Poor Sahib, man.
Yeah, poor Sahib, man. That's...
Like it's teasing him so much. Like it lets him in, lets him say, "Can you hear me?" and then kicks him out.
Well, it's given me time to make this character, so.
Yeah. There's no choosing spells as a priest. You know every Radiant Servant spell that you can cast. So as a level 1 spellcaster, you can cast all the level 0s and level 1 spells. Just gotta pay the mana cost.
I gotcha. I'm trying. Alright, there's speed. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a basic human, just to be simple.
Humans get a feat at level 1.
Yeah. Where do we input the size? Does size matter?
Don't worry about inputting the size. Size does matter. It only matters for your awesome power.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm going to implement in the new character sheet. The iteration of the character sheet you have is, I think, the first iteration, and then I had like 2 more, but I'm not done tweaking the character sheet. That, and I need to do I mean, Josh brought up a really good fact that I don't have a version or a page of character sheet for spellcasters.
More work for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I want to do it, but I gotta get the rest of the book in line first.
So recovery's 8 hit points per recovery spent, 1 recovery gain per level of priest.
Yeah.
So,
So at level 3, you have 3 recoveries. Whenever you spend a recovery, you recover.
okay, I see.
Yeah. You recover 8 plus your Constitution modifier. What are you laughing at?
I'm watching the video.
Oh.
So proficiency's just like
Just like
Nice.
normal D&D, yeah.
alright. Inspiration 0. Don't care about that. Initiative the same?
Yeah.
I'm guessing there's a passive initiative?
Same.
Okay.
It's up for everyone. It's up for everyone else. 10.
10 plus your dex.
The threshold? I saw that somewhere.
Your beat up threshold?
Yeah.
It's half your maximum hit points rounded up.
Okay.
It's there. It's in the combat section, but you know.
Did you get that from Saga?
What happened?
Did you get that from Saga?
That's been in several iterations of D20 games.
Okay. Alright.
Kill that fly, Josh.
It was
Got
a
that.
gnat, but it's dead.
Got that Gwildor reflex. Gwildor changed into an elf and killed a fly. Then he changed back into the Yeti because he needs to cast some spells.
I'm totally once going to have him cast Combust just to kill a fly.
Oh.
And he's going to overcharge it, too.
No.
What, it would be hilarious. Apparently the other person watching does not have me on Facebook.
Yeah, well, we're back down to 0.
Oh.
Because
there
we're
was-
good like that.
There was 2 people. And I was one of them, so.
It'd be hilarious if he was somehow both.
What?
Wouldn't surprise me. I do have 2 computers, so I could have had them both up.
And you know what? At this point, it wouldn't surprise me either. Because you know what, Google? You can't even run Hangouts on Chrome, and they're both your product. So I don't know what's going on, Google. Can't have overlays. Can't have. I mean, you're phasing it out, which is just making things worse. I'll tell you right now. Had something awesome, and then like, hey, wait a minute, let's get rid of all the awesome stuff. That's better.
So. You don't have Mana Well on the sheet. So.
It's an older sheet. Just make a note of what your mana well is.
Yep. Spellcasting level 1 still, okay.
Which is a paltry, 3? Yeah, 3 points.
8 plus proficiency plus wisdom.
But I'll tell you one thing. You can take these guys up to full at any moment. Oh, wait a minute. You're going heal monkey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, your mono wall is going to be 6.
Okay.
Yeah, heal monkeys they get bonus. So they can actually pour out more. Oh, now I'm frightened. I need to put my evil GM hat on.
Why?
Okay. So
You have an actual evil GM hat.
I can't. My headphones won't allow for it, but the GM hat. And,
how do you determine your awesome power?
your awesome power just has a base of your size category. As a human, it's a base of 1. There are feats, features, and class features as well that can increase it. For you being a heal monkey,
Yeah, I get a +1 when I heal.
yeah, you get to
with awesome
treat
power.
your awesome power as 1 point higher for the purpose of your healing spells, and a priest multiplies the total amount healed by their awesome power. So for you, you heal twice as much. Whenever you cast a healing spell, that spell heals for twice as much.
Wait a minute. Preserve life? I'm guessing it's the same as the cleric ability in 5e, where you hold up your holy symbol and you heal for so much, but it says it's 5 times charisma times awesome power.
Yeah.
Okay.
The idea is the same, but the math is the mechanics of it are slightly different.
So it'd be 5 times your charisma modifier, and then what you get out of that would be times your awesome power.
Mm-hmm.
For you is 2.
So what's your charisma modifier?
Okay, well, it's at +0 right now, so since I know that, I'm going to change my constitution score down to 10, so I can have a charisma modifier of 12, giving me +1, or score of 12. So,
Which will give you a +1.
yeah. So it'll be 5 times 1, so it'll be 5, and then times my awesome power. So do I count it doubled because it's technically healing, or does it have to be categorized as a healing spell?
Yeah. It's
Okay,
categorized as a healing spell.
It would be 10.
Yeah.
So
So you don't really have to change your charisma modifier and your constitution. I'd put your constitution back where it was, because 5 times 0 and 5 times 1 is the same fucking number.
Okay. And plus that would give me more hit points. Alright.
I was wrong. How the hell is 5 times 0 0?
5 times 0 is 0. That's math.
Yeah, 5 times anything is 0. That's why I was wondering.
0 times anything is 0.
I haven't done multiplication in a long time.
Yeah. But I mean, like he still has his healing spells.
So you actually do need to change them, because that still makes no sense.
16. Okay. +2. All right.
It's just that as you level up and get like feats and stuff, that starts to be a little bit broken.
All right. So I think I just gotta pick my feet.
Yeah.
And then I'm good.
Let's close the classes.
Oh, I didn't pick background, which I'll do that in a minute.
Background. So you're gonna choose your feet first, right?
Yeah.
Character
I do yoga.
options. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I do homework. No, not me.
You might want to look at that I do homework again if your intelligence is high enough.
Mine's a 9, so like I said, not for me.
Yeah.
Because I do homework increases your awesome power.
Okay, so not that many feats. Okay, that's fine.
Not a terribly high amount now.
Tall, dark, and ugly. Man, there's not that many I could choose from. Alright, I guess I'm gonna be doing
Unless you-
workout. No.
Yeah, you need a strength of 17.
Yeah, it's fee fi fo fum.
Fee fi, where's Fee fi fo fum? You need an AP of 2 and a strength of 16.
AP awesome power 2. Okay, so no, I can't do that because I only have a 1. So with this feat that I have, I can do nothing with, right?
I've got. Give me a second to pull up my my newer stuff because this is the rules as of the 8th of this month. So I've done a lot of work since then.
I gotcha.
Do I have? Where are my feats? I've got a lot of stuff to go through.
No, I'm gonna do Armor Master because that gives me a damage reduction. Wait,
It depends on what kind of armor you're wearing.
medium.
What kind of dexterity do you have?
10. So, none. But this increases my strength by 1. And it gives me a damage reduction, so.
And see, Master. It's wait, hold on. You reduce the damage by your awesome power +1 for light armor, your awesome power +2. No, your awesome power for light armor, your awesome power +1 for medium armor, and your awesome power +2 for heavy armor.
Yep.
Is how the damage reduction works.
So I will have a damage reduction of 3.
So you're rocking heavy armor?
No, sorry, +2.
Alright, so you're doing medium armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not bad. Let me just. I mean, since we're so far back in what we're doing right now, I'll. This is by no way means shapes or anything bookmarked in my text document, so it takes a bit to find. There's armor proficiencies. When you can take no feat, the humans can take a feat because the prerequisite is only must be taken at first level, called Beast Blood Wolf. Basically, you can change into a wolf at will, or a werewolf once per long rest.
Oh, that's cool.
And I could read the details off of that real quick. Again, the prerequisite is the feat may only be taken at first level. The first bullet point is you gain the ability to transform into a wolf as an action. You become a medium-sized four-legged wolf. You change your speed to 40 feet. You gain a scent feature. You have advantage on any roll that may benefit from your sense of smell. While in wolf form, you also gain a bite attack. The bite attack deals 1d6 plus strength modifier and piercing damage. But while you are transformed into a wolf, you cannot use any gear. Alternatively, as an action, you may instead transform into a werewolf, once per long rest for each beast blood feat you have. You become a bipedal wolf hybrid about to kick some butt. When you transform, you regain hit points up to your beat up threshold. Your size category remains unchanged, and you may still use your gear. You gain a bite attack that deals D8 plus strength modifier piercing damage, plus 10 feet to your speed, a plus 2 to your dexterity and strength score, and you also gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-silvered weapons.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that out, just so you can play test it. Can you copy that and send it to me on Facebook? That whole paragraph bit. Because I kind of want to have that, but have it to where I don't quite realize I can change, and like I change at night and don't even realize it. If it's the werewolf form, you know, like I still think I'm
Okay.
in a human.
I should add a duration.
What spells did you say I had?
Radiant Serpent.
Okay. So that's just it, just the Radiant Servant?
Just the Radiant Serpent. As a heal monkey, you have your greatest power is the fact that you make everyone else better.
I gotcha.
It is an incredibly supportive oriented archetype and class.
Mhm.
But if you've watched any of the playtests, a heal monkey can make a serious difference, especially at the levels that are being played. It's just no one has played a heal monkey after the has played any of the priests after the magic rework.
I gotcha.
So I only added one more line, which I had forgotten to add to the Beast Blood feat, is that in the werewolf form, whenever you fall unconscious, or just asleep in general, you revert back to your normal form.
All right. I think I'm ready.
Yep, we're just gonna wait for Josh to get back.
All right.
If you want to give me a name,
Zed.
Zed or Zeb.
Zed. Z-E-D.
All right, so we got Zed, Wildor, and Grimrock. So a heel monkey werewolf.
Cool.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Okay, wait, let me actually just look at the spells.
So do you know do you know that you have the normal wolf form?
Uh-huh.
Because you can turn into the normal wolf at will at any given time. You can sleep in that form, the whole nine.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and say he does know about it. But if I'm going to say if I haven't used it by the time it comes around to being like a full moon or uh, I don't know what time year this is, so if it would be a full moon, probably just like when any of the moon is out, I'll like transform into the werewolf if I didn't do it that day, just for shits and giggles to have fun.
All right, so so with the two of you reporting back to Mayor Muttons, the timeline rewinds. You see the brownie cutting up old movie reel tape and like cutting a piece out, stitching a new piece on there, gluing it together, rolling it back up, putting it back on the projector screen, and as Let's Get Dangerous starts to play on the movie screen, we return to Grimrock Gwildor, the town of Fiskton, Mayor Muttons, but this time standing next to Mayor Muttons is Zed, which is a human. How he's described, how he looks, I personally don't know.
You would see him in like the basic kind of priest robes that you would see all other priests have, but what's different with him is he has silver hair, which is very, very odd, and he has like 1 or 2 black streaks in the front, and he has yellow eyes, which again is extremely odd for a human to have that.
So he goes, yeah, this over here is Zed. One of our priests.
Standing next to a massive Yeti, you see a what looks to be a human, except he's got blue skin and orange hair. You can't really see his eyes. And he's wearing these red robes that are just billowing and baggy as shit. His blue hands are kind of poked out from under the billowing, baggy robes, and he's kind of rolling a gold coin back and forth between the fingers of his left hand. And Goldward just says, kind of smiles his creepy, half-assed, insane smile and says, "Pleasure to meet you, Zed."
And as you see Grimrock, he's standing there and he's not paying any attention of what or who is there. He's holding 2 action figures and he's wrestling with them and pounding them, to the disappointment of 2 fine kids who's looking through the door, thrusting their fists, and Grimrock wrestling and stuff. And then he looks at Ed and goes, "Ah!" and then carries on with his toys.
Grimrock told you to stop stealing toys from children.
I'm only borrowing them.
Give them back before you break them like the last time.
I'm gonna look
Do I
towards the
have
mayor.
to?
Yes.
Grimrock begrudgingly goes to the door and gives the kids their toys back. And then comes back and shoots them. As if that never happened.
Zed's gonna look towards the mayor and be like, kind of give him a look like, do I really have to go with these guys? Please, don't make me.
And you would know Mayor Muttons. Mayor Muttons in the town of Fiskton is, by some, oh so lovingly referred to as Billy Goat Muttons. You know, he's kind of a portly dude, but he's got a nice build. He looks like he may have done a few years of heroing in his youth. But he's got coveralls, a nice little top hat, and always seems to be munching on a blade of grass.
And as you said this, a particularly orange-haired halfling kind of walks by in the background.
Hey, Billy Goat, what are you up to?
He quickly walks away.
Didn't I send him and his group to save the kids? You know, with everything that's going on in this town lately, I can't hardly keep track of it. But yes, my friend Zeb, you need to accompany these gentlemen. I don't know what's going on with their group. Sometimes they have a dozen of them. They've been getting kind of beat up. and haggard quite a bit. It's a little bit larger of a task than I had initially imagined. Did you hear?
Grimrock looks that up and down and just, have you wrestled?
And with that, he kind of throws back his robes, and you can actually see that he's actually pretty toned for him being a priest. I don't know how well I can do, but I think I can hold my own. Probably famous last words, but
I'm a pet warrior. I got promoted.
he just looks at you confused, like has no idea what you're talking about.
You wouldn't be the first.
You
Yeah,
can see off in the distance, a little brownie sort of looking at this device that some of you may or may not know as a watch. He's tapping his large brownie feet, and then shooting a glance at your group.
I'm guessing that gentleman over there wants our attention, or do we have business with him?
The brownie is he is something and someone that is not tied to reality.
No.
So those who've played know that the brownie is mostly mischievous, but sometimes helpful.
I kind of look at Zed. Just ignore the brownie. He shows up everywhere. Like somehow he gets in the middle of combat. I don't know how yet.
All right, and just rewinding to the roll that was made before, in case you forgot. Again, Grimrock, you know that the giant wolves are actually natural in this part of the world, though it's weird that they would be in such, for them, would be confined spaces. You know, they like to chase down prey and not like spring attacks. Not these spring attacks.
Not in a dense like forest area.
Yeah. Which the wolf would, you know, it may have clearings in it, but for the most part it's pretty dense.
Okay.
Regardless, my fellow adventurers, apparently we must seek out a lightning-throwing goblin. We need to make this little mega bolt. He does air quotes as he says that, mega bolt. Taste the righteous flames of, you know, I don't give a shit. We'll just burn him to death. That's fine.
And Grimrock just cracks his fist together. Okay, Grimrock ready. Where are we going again?
The wolf wood.
Ah.
It's left, Grimrock. It's left.
Your other left.
Your other left.
Now Grimrock's getting really confused.
Go that way.
That's okay. Grimrock just follow. Where's the...
You're the front man. We have to follow you.
Mary Muffin, Grimrock wants to know what Troll is doing under a bridge. And he actually says Mary Muffin.
So, are you guys all headed out?
I think Grimlock just asked a question to Mayor Mutton.
What was the question?
He asked about the troll under the bridge, and he called him Mayor Muffin.
Oh, Mayor Muffin. That's probably why he's like, are you going to leave yet?
No, I'm sorry, Mayor Mutton. He was asking actually a question to you. What's going on with the troll under the bridge?
Well, we got to keep feeding them as long as we use the bridge. That's why we need to get back into the Wolfwood.
Forgive the fact that my friend is an idiot and can't pronounce names.
Oh, well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now that troll, I mean, if there was any other way, I couldn't come up with another way, but if there was any other way, I'd be happy to have that troll situation resolved. But it's more of an annoyance than anything else right now. I mean, if we already had problems with the wolves. Now you're telling me there's these goblins. I mean, I knew there was goblins, but ones that could throw around lightning bolts all willy-nilly like that's a whole nother story.
Yes, it is. Regardless, we should go search for this Megabolt, unless my friend Grimlock is Grimrock or whatever the hell your name is wanting to take on this said troll.
Grimlock not ready to take on Troll yet. We're all big and strong. Grimlock has to do more training.
Then we should go after Megabolt.
Has Mayor Muffin Man ever heard of Megabolt before?
I don't know.
Well, ask him.
You just did.
Oh.
Have you ever heard of Megabolt before, Mr. Mayor?
Not that I can say. I've ever since I've been the mayor of the moment here in Fiston, I've spent most of my life outside of Fiston. I've only recently moved here, and I've only been mayor for just outside a week now. I ain't never heard no goblin tossing around lightning bolts.
Excellent. And an excellent mayor you are, sir. Mayor of the month, even.
Well,
Grimrock shakes his head and just says,
But we were saying about
Shut up!
how the town's guards are, and how they are so stupid and they can't fight.
well, I'm done. Excuse me, I wouldn't. We have insufficient protection. That is true.
Grimrock, remember that thing we've talked about? Don't randomly say shit that makes us look bad.
Yes. Was that one? Oh, yeah.
Regardless, Mr. Mayor, we will get Megabolt for you, and we will do our. You know what? We'll just burn him to death. It's fine. Let's just go. I'm tired of talking.
Do what you need to. Again, like I said, and you know, he had given you all the best gear bundles possible. So you do have those to support yourselves right now. Do whatever you can. Hold them off. I understand that your heroes aren't quite known around these parts, and I mean, if you can't handle Megabolt until we can get some famous heroes, you just do what you can to hold them back from Fiston, because we're having a dandy time trying to rebuild here. We don't need to have, when the last one came down and started burning down what we did have left, I mean, that set us back quite a bit.
It's fine. If we can't deal with them, I'll burn down the Wolfwood. It's cool. Let's go.
Whoa. We need the wood from the Wolfwood to rebuild Fiston. Now, don't you go burning down the whole of the Wolfwood.
What about the northern part?
That's the part we get to the easiest. I mean, it's just south of it. Oh,
Eastern part?
the things we need to do to keep Fiston safe.
What about the southern part? Is that okay?
And he pauses and then like looks up at the brim of his hat. Well, yeah, I'd say that's a reasonable
Okay.
trade.
So if I have to burn down anything, it's the southern part of the Wolfwood. Got it. Understood.
If you keep it down south, not around here, not around our neighborhood, then go. Hey, what you got to?
With that, I will start walking off towards the Wolfwood. He's kind of bunching up his robes so he can actually walk okay. So he kind of he looks, even though he's young, he looks like even though he looks young, he looks more like a haggard old man because he's trying to keep his robes up as he walks.
He looks young, but he's moving like an old man.
Yeah.
And the rest of you are.
Grimrock just shuffles behind him.
And Zed as well, or is Zed doing something else?
Zed is gonna follow
All right, cool.
the group.
So you guys travel through the tree stumped area north of the Wolfwood. You break the tree line, much as two of you have done before. Following similar tracks and trails, the same paths. You would see some of the same things. Packs of wolves climbing over each other in certain clearing areas, fighting over carcasses and food. Once in a while, you might see from the distance one of these giant wolves come in and actually take the carcass from the pack, and the pack, they all just, while they fight each other, they will not fight these large wolves, these giant wolves. And they just back off and sit patiently waiting to see if there's any scraps left for them after the wolf gets done with the carcass. And you do at times see more than one large wolf sort of sniffing about.
Whenever Grimrock sees all these things and sees all these giant wolves, he starts poking Wildor on the shoulder and points to the wolves. He sees all these wolves.
Wilder. Well, first off, as we walked, Zed would have noticed that Wildor is suddenly getting much, much taller and bigger, and his robes are starting to fit well. And eventually, orange fur starts popping out of his collars and out from under his hood as he turns into a yeti, and a blue-skinned, orange-furred yeti. And Wildor would kind of look at Grimrock and say, "Yeah, I see him."
And then when Grimrock sees Gwildor changing, he looks at him with big surprise in his face and goes, "You're back!" and gives him a hug.
I keep telling you, I'm the same person.
And Grimrock, would you please roll me a quick d20 to see what happens when you yell out "you're back"?
Awesome.
Okay.
Can he also have inspiration?
Wait. Let's see what he gets.
What? Is
That's a regular d20.
I got a 14.
14?
Yeah.
Bursting from the canopy above you is a small little brownie, and in his hand, he's holding a giant, oversized, glowing golden coin. And as he descends, he just smacks you on the back of the head with the golden coin, and you all hear the sound, and it spins around. He lands on the floor, right? Does the superhero land, with the one fist on the floor and the one hand splayed far away, turns around, looks over his shoulder at you, and just shakes his head.
Wildor looks at the Browning. That's horrible for your knees,
He gets up, fixes his suit, goes, "Well, all right," and then he just winks out of existence. But you do have a golden coin of inspiration.
Oh.
Rock. and nobody notices you right now.
Bullard's kind of once he gets himself out of Grimrock's arms, he kind of looks at him. I keep telling you, I'm Gwildor. I'm the same person as the human and the gnome and any other form you've seen me in.
And Grimrock just... Yeah, he's nodding as if he's pretending that he gets it, but he really don't.
And what's up with Zed seeing this?
He's just bewildered at this point. Like, he's not sure what the hell's going on. He just knows that he has to keep the party alive. And at the moment, he's just like, what the hell am I getting myself into again? But seeing you transform is not that big of a shock because you guys don't know his secret, so.
I can't wait.
So
Yeah,
you know,
I have a feeling like I'm going to get hugged or attacked, so.
you you continually go deeper and deeper into the Wolfwood, and eventually you come across a silhouette in the woods as the day moves on. It is starting to get later and later in the day, so it's coming to the point where it's sundown, and it's getting pretty dark in the Wolfwood. But you see a silhouette. It's like a dark shadow amongst the trees, and all the trees around the silhouette seem to dance back and forth. And you hear a familiar voice.
Hello! Hey! You anywhere around here? It is I, Megabolt. Damn it, where are you?
You hear that off into the distance.
So he's just like randomly shouting at this point?
It sounds how it sounds.
Okay.
Does it sound like the shouts are coming from the silhouette?
Yes.
How far away is the silhouette?
You can kind of see it about 100 feet away.
Need to move closer.
It's not being as intelligent as you are. You can tell that there's no real rhyme or reason to the pattern of motion. Like, it's going a bit left. It's coming towards you. It's going a bit right. It's going away. It's going a bit right more. It's coming towards you. It's going a bit right. Then it goes a bit left. Then it goes back, and there's no real rhyme or reason. But he's roughly 100 feet away.
I was waiting for you to say he goes up in the air, comes back down.
Soon enough, we'll see what happens.
Alright, so a little bit confused on what Zed should be doing. He just kind of looks to the rest of the group, and so are we sneaking? And when he says sneak, he kind of taps on his armor, meaning that he's not someone that sneaks.
No, we're not going to sneak. None of us can sneak, especially him. And look
Grimrock's the
at me.
best sneaky person here.
And look at me.
And then he shows everybody big, large, tiptoeing motions.
See?
And I'm wearing a red robe and covered in orange fur, so I mean, I'm not the stealthiest person alive.
So, well, actually, I don't know that this is the guy. You guys recognize the voice, so.
Grimrock recognized voice. That is Mega.
And then he looks at
Bolt.
Regardless, we need to move about. We need to get within
Let's go.
60 feet.
So, Grimrock motions towards the sound of where this voice is coming from.
Right.
And
So
he does
he's-
that tiptoeing motion anyway, just as if he's proving a point.
So roll a stealth check. And because you're in the woods, you get to roll with advantage.
Okay. Well, that's a 16.
Do you want all of us to, or just him?
Well, he's the one tiptoeing, so
Okay.
I got an 18.
you got an 18.
Yeah.
So he's tiptoeing, and he does appear to be disappearing before your eyes. Like, you can't quite tell why or how, but he is blending in with the trees and the land, and there's just something about that silly tiptoe that is making him extraordinarily difficult to see right now.
Yeah, and then you see Grimrock, and he just peers behind a tree, and he goes. He disappears again.
I hate that Yeti.
Alright, so as that's going on, you guys do hear a bunch of, it's faint because the distance is far away, but you hear the snapping of branches. But it's obviously not coming from Grimrock, from where you last saw Grimrock. It's coming from where the dark shadow is. And as the sun is setting, it's highlighting what little bit of the canopy you can see. The light is actually coming. You're going southward, right? Okay. And no, it's actually, yeah, it's spotlighting, not highlighting. Sorry. It's silhouetting you guys, and you can see breaking through the canopy a giant wolf's head. And it looks like a small figure climbing on the wolf's head, just moving about for a minute. Aye! Damn it, don't make me look for nothing! And then it breaks back down through the canopy again.
I'm following after them. And as I do, well, Grimrock, being that he's hidden, might not see me, but Zed would definitely see me take a small pouch off my belt and open it up. I kind of lift it up to my mouth and, tip it back, and a bunch of ashes fall out into my mouth, and I start to eat them.
Mmm.
So, Nelson, everybody saw the giant head.
Yeah, well, see, you're disappearing. The canopy, though it's a low ceiling for you, it's still a ceiling. What they saw broke through the canopy.
Big whoop. Is everybody else with me now? Yes.
I think we're going to be probably about 5 to 10 feet away from you, just so if we get spotted, it doesn't alert presence to you. So
not to mention none of us know where you are.
That too. But yeah, we move up towards this creature.
All right. As you guys are getting closer, it's moving through the woods, and you can see clearer and clearer the dark shadow that was covered by the canopy is coming more into view as it's actually knocking down a few trees as it's moving, and you do see that it is a giant wolf, but it is easily twice as big as every other giant wolf you've seen up until this point. And on that giant wolf's back is a little goblin, wearing, some animal furs and happens to have a metallic helmet, and is holding a staff pretty regally, while riding this giant wolf. He's got his hand to his mouth. You!
Oh, this wolf is actually above the tree line?
No, but it's breaking through the trees as it's moving. This wolf is it's a low ceiling, the tree line, for this wolf. And the tree line's a low ceiling for your friend, Grimrock. So imagine the size comparison.
Yeah. But the wolf's head is above the tree line.
Not currently.
Okay.
It went above the tree line and then dipped back down earlier.
Okay. I kind of look over and said, how about I make it a little harder for them to see us, considering they're up so high? When was the last rainfall?
Damn it, it's a cartoon. It only rains because of narrative reasons.
Okay,
So
so
you tell me when the last rainfall was.
so the trees are still a little bit wet, nice and green, nice fresh live wood. Yeah, I'm gonna find a nice, big tree and cast dancing flame on it.
Okay. But remember the material components for a wizard.
Yeah, I know. And
Okay.
as he does this, he of course flips his golden coin up in the air. And as it comes down, he smacks it with the palm of his hand. Incendiary! And the flame starts to form around the tree, and the tree will start to very slowly burn because it's not quite dry enough to really catch fire. But it'll release that nice big plume of very thick smoke into the air. It will start to.
All right. So oh, fudge. Freak and crap. Roll a quick stealth check with advantage.
Me?
Yes, because I want to see if he hears you.
Okay.
Which he's probably not, but
That'd be a 14.
yeah, you you can hear. And a lightning bolt strike of the tree that your that your dancing flame is at. I knew I'd find you. And then sort of plowing through what little trees are left is the giant wolf. And as it's getting closer, you can hear it just as it's closing its distance.
I'm kind of scrunching down and trying to move into the bushes a little bit. I'm trying to hide.
No.
But what I'm definitely doing is getting below the smoke line, or where it's going to be soon.
So what did the other you other two do? Do you do anything yet?
Not yet.
Zed is just standing there, like he's not sure what's going on at the moment. Like he sees Josh trying to sneak, and of course the other guy disappeared completely. But he's just kind of like, what am I doing? Waiting for something to happen.
And Grimrock?
And Grimrock's just covered in a tree. So you just see these blinking eyes within these bushes.
So he's coming through, right? The wolf is closing the distance. You can hear the wolf's growl. And he gets about 50 feet from your location, and the wolf just stops and sort of ducks down and is like, and starts pointing towards Zed's direction. Let's see. Yeah.
What time of day is it right now?
Sunset.
Okay. Seeing how like everyone just kind of abandoned me, he will then turn into a wolf, as I can once per rest.
Oh, the werewolf or the wolf?
Just a regular wolf, because
The wolf you can do completely at will.
okay. And I can do that as many times as I want, or
You can do it as many times as you want. You can actually sleep in wolf form.
okay, yeah. Then yeah, he's gonna turn it into a wolf, and just kind of be a little bit more natural now, like kind of sniffing the ground, acting like I'm trying to find something. Kind of ignoring the big giant wolf.
All right. So you leave your gear where it was, right?
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, sure.
All right. I have a question for you. In what form does your holy symbol appear? Like, what is your holy symbol? Your character's holy symbol.
I'm gonna say it's in a shape of a wolf's paw, because I don't necessarily know the deities of this. I'm gonna make up one.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You can make it whatever deity you want.
Yep.
Is it like a handheld item only? Is it like a charm on a chain?
It's a necklace.
Okay. So that could stay on you if you want.
Okay.
Or you could shake it off.
I'm gonna keep it on, and actually, now that you say that, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna wait for the wolf, the big giant wolf, to get over there, and then I'm gonna act like I'm sniffing through the gear and looking, like, seeing if I could try to find something, maybe find rations, and start acting like I'm going through it.
All right. Well, when the wolf starts sniffing, right now he's just sniffing around, and he's almost imperceptible in the wolf's fur. But those of you that could barely perceive him, Megabolt is sort of peeking off to the side.
Come on! What do you smell? Come on! They're here, aren't they? I know it.
And that's what's going on currently. Does anybody do anything yet?
Can I have more than one dancing flame going at a time?
It's a concentration spell.
Ah, that's right. No, I can't. Shit. Is that one tree nice and good and smoldering? Could it smolder for a while on its own?
Yeah, it's not going to burn that fast.
Good. I'm going to quickly roll the gold coin to the left as I move the dancing flame from that tree to another tree to get it nice and smoldering and just increase that thick, opaque smoke.
And that's all you're doing?
Yeah.
And with that, you hear,
Oh, hell no, not again.
and you can kind of see somewhere in the ground, within the area that Megabolt is, it wells up, and sprouting from the ground is the all familiar wooden totem that's carved in the shape of stacked goblinoid heads.
How far is that from my current dancing flame?
From your dancing flame?
Yeah.
I don't know. They moved to about 50 feet of you, but they would have stopped, I guess, 20 or 30 feet away from the dancing flame. The wolf would have to stop and start sniffing, trying to sniff beneath the smoke line.
Okay. Once I can, I will turn my hand slightly. Once that other tree begins to smolder and kind of roll the coin back, and this time the dancing flame's going to move to his little totem.
But he did it after your turn end.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
So we have
said next turn.
Okay. So the other two gentlemen, are you doing anything?
How close is Megabolt to me, roughly?
I don't know, 30 feet?
Did you say anything, Nelson? Because I kind of froze that for
30 feet?
30 feet from me?
Yeah.
Dude. That's close enough to move and attack with you.
Yeah?
Alright. Can I do a running attack?
If you'd like.
Like a drop kick?
If you'd like, yeah.
All you see is Grimrock just smashing out of the tree and running towards Megavolt and his big wolf, and then spinning in the air to perform a drop kick.
So just roll your attack roll. And you're not yet proficient with your unarmed attack, so it's just plus your strength.
Okay. That be the inspiration? What does that do?
If you spend the coin of inspiration, you can roll with advantage.
So I can do another roll.
So yeah, you can do a second roll
Got a 12.
and take the highest one.
About 20.
Did you roll 20 naturally or total?
The 20. 20 naturally.
Oh, okay, so you critically hit this humongous wolf. So your damage?
What did I roll?
It's max plus a roll.
Alright, so that's an 8, is it?
What's your awesome power right now? 3 or 4?
That's 2.
It's 2, but now that you're a pit warrior, it should have been upgraded to a 3 for the purpose of dealing unarmed damage.
Oh, okay.
So that's so
You just have to do now because I'm a bit lost.
yeah. What's your character strength again?
His strength is 15.
Strength is 15.
Yeah.
So you deal 8 plus 1d6 damage for the crit.
Okay. So that's a D8 and a D. What?
No,
Oh,
1d6.
Alright, okay.
1d6 plus 8.
And that's a 6.
All right, so you hit him for 14 points of damage.
So everybody just sees this running white missile coming towards the wolf, and then leaps through the air, and then does a drop kicks it.
You just hear. And when you drop kick it, that's all you're doing, right?
That's my move, yeah. Wait,
So you do what?
I'll be on my back then, yeah?
You don't have to be on your back.
Okay, and if I used action surge with that,
You get to do another action.
that'd be a grapple action?
You can try to, but this wolf is on all 4 feet as tall as you.
Oh, so it's not, it didn't knock it over or anything?
No, you didn't knock it over. It's staggered back like half a step, but that was it.
Alright. No, I think I'll just save my action surge.
Okay, so with that, Megabolt goes, "Ah-ha-ha!" and he raises his staff, and not but 10 feet away from you, the ground begins to well up, and sprouting from the ground is another wooden goblin totem. But while you're looking at the wooden goblin totem rise up, you're hearing the growl. It's so deep that you can almost feel the growl on you. But it's quickly interrupted as he snaps his jaws at you and entirely misses, just snapping at nothing in air. The jaws, the wolf opens its jaws and raises up, but he raises a little bit too high and starts coughing from taking a deep whiff in of the smoke that's been partially filling the canopy. He's starts wiping his nose. But now we go to Zed. Zed, are you doing anything?
Zed is going to be pulling his gear with his mouth and paws or whatever to the wood line, so that way he can transform back into his human form and put on his equipment. Because I think combat is going to ensue very quickly, and so he wants to have his equipment back on.
Okay. So you can do that and transform now and just put your equipment back on next round? Or do you want to stay? Because remember, it's an action to transform.
I'm just going to drag it to the edge of the woods. Or,
out of view.
Yeah, basically, for now. And then next turn I'll transform. I can't cast any spells while in this form, right?
No.
Okay.
Because you need to be able to speak, and you need to hold your holy symbol.
Okay.
So you need your holy symbol in your hand. I mean, you can hold it while it's still on the chain, but you don't have any hands to actually hold.
Well, I got a mouth. Stick it in my mouth. But then I can't speak, but yeah, I know. All right.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Just really quick, just so I can learn the system a little bit more. We're not really doing an initiative, we're doing
for the purpose of testing. I'm not doing initiatives because that's pretty much, we all know how initiative works, and no changes has been done to the initiative system. So I'm skipping the initiative and just allowing the players to act and then the enemies to act.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
So with that, the reason that they're acting as you go is because they have legendary actions.
Yeah, that's fine.
So when I don't even know if I should do this one.
As long as it hits them two and not me, I say go for it.
Oh, God. We'll see. We'll see. So as the humongous wolf is just wiping his nose, you can just barely see the light glinting off of the twirling staff above the wolf's back. Megabolt's staff, the light of electricity moving around, and then yet about 30 feet away from them, another totem springs from the ground. You could just hear Megabolt's maniacal laughter. And knowing that he's about to get shocked by 4 lightning bolts, Brian leaves.
Epic.
Let's golly, man.
Well, since he went AFK, I'm gonna go AFK for a second then.
All right, cool.
I'm going to need to know how far these totems are apart eventually.
So you want an actual field combat? All right. There's one. You're gonna have to make me draw. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there, and there's one there. Okay. Basically, there's one 30 feet away from them, one 10 feet away from them, and there's one like 10 feet away from the tree you're burning away now.
Okay, so I can move that flame and get 2 of them.
No.
Yeah, because I can move that flame 30 feet.
You can move it 30 feet. You're gonna actually make me start Photoshop again, and then screen share.
Does that mean I can only move it 30 feet in a straight line?
No. You can move it 30 feet in whatever way you choose. The problem is that the one that's 10 feet away from the tree should be about 10 feet away from them, creating a total distance of 40 feet. Oh, no. The one that's closest to them. I'm an idiot.
Because I can hit the one that's 10 feet away from the tree and then move the one that's 10 feet away from it.
Yeah, it's just on the other side. They're on opposite sides of Grimrock.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I just have to go through Grimrock. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
What's going on? What are you doing?
That is true.
Like freezing your folks are all right. That's okay. But turning them is not.
I've still got an extra 10 feet of play. I can make it go around Grimrock.
Yeah, but it attacks everyone within how many feet? 5 feet. Oh yeah, you got 10 feet of. Ooh, you sneaky git.
And the fucked up thing is that's a bonus action.
Yeah, that's fine.
See, I've been planning on how to deal with those totems the entire time we haven't been playing.
Wow, it's good though. It's good. Those totems aren't really a joke. So we're just waiting for Chester to come back. And while we're waiting, I'll have. See, you know, it'd be cool. Like, if I was actually sponsored, break out a bar, and while we take our break, this show has been sponsored by Granola Bar. La la la. Put on that announcer voice. And now a word from our sponsors.
And while we take a break, now a word from our sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
This episode of Let's Get Dangerous is brought to you by none other than Astroglide. I'm sorry, I had to.
I'm back.
What's a burn cream? Like, that would be the perfect sponsor for this fight. A burn cream. So, that was you, right, Jessica?
What, that came back? Yeah.
Ah, yeah, cool. Alright. So, Gwildor.
Yes.
Oh, wait, you went already.
Yeah, I know. I know I went already.
It's my turn to unleash hell.
I know.
With 3 totems. So again, you can see just barely twirling above this humongous wolf, the lightning staff, electricity building up and building up and building up. And then sort of outside of this mountainous form of fur that you just drop kick, peeks a little green face with a huge smile holding his staff, and he points it over at you, Grimrock, and each totem turns to face you, opens its mouth, and there's electricity pouring out of their mouths. Let's see if we hit Grimrock. Roll the 15 naturally. Yeah, man, plus 7. No, plus 6. It's a hit. So 21, Grimrock. Have you been hit?
21?
Your AC, what's your AC?
Oh, my AC is 17. Yes, I'm hit.
So, yeah, you get hit by 4 bolts of lightning. So, for the first time, Zed, you see this. that those wooden totems that were popping out of the floor that appeared to be stacked goblin heads, the totems rotated, all of them, to face Grimrock. And then there was the one totem face on the top that opened its mouth, and electricity started pouring out of it. And each totem, as well as the goblin on top of the giant wolf, fired bolts of lightning at Grimrock. So that's a total of 19 electrical damage to Grimrock.
He's still standing.
So
But you see Grimrock's. You're seeing the silhouette of Grimrock, and you can see his skeleton. He stands there getting zapped.
And yeah, you just hear above the wolf that same maniacal laughter.
Try as you might, you can never defeat Megabolt.
And then as you're getting electrocuted, the giant wolf sort of starts to stand at full height. Open up its mouth, and then barrel down on you. And the humongous wolf. Damn it! As it's starting to barrel down, some of that residual pine smoke that was in the air gets gulped back up into it, and just short of snapping down on top of you, he pulls back up and is like, and then kneels back down and starts wiping its face again. As it takes another huge gasping breath of nothing but smoke. And with that, gentlemen, it's your go.
Okay. Wildor is going to smile and begin to roll the coin backwards through his fingers as the dancing flame leaves the tree and instantly moves over to one of the shit.
The totems?
That way.
Totems.
Yeah.
Moves over to one of the totems. And and as soon as it moves past that totem, it's going to instantly make an arc going around Grimrock to another one of the totems.
Quite literally dancing.
Yeah, quite literally dancing.
Yeah, you don't have to roll anything. You do way too much damage for the totems to have a chance.
And then he is going to smile to himself, flip his coin up in the air. As it comes down, he smacks it with his palm. Incinerate! And he's going to cast Combust, and I'm going to spend a mana point to overcharge it to do maximum damage at Megabolt, which will also do damage to the wolf. Because it's a 5-foot radius on that. And that will be maximum. See, 12 times 3. So that'll be 36 points of damage.
36. Golly. You
Oh,
hear
no, sorry.
What?
I forgot. I'm still tier 1, so that's Combust. I confused Combust's damage with Dancing Flame, so that's not going to be 36. That'll be 6 times 3, so it'll be 18 points of damage.
Okay, 18, so that's only 32.
And he's also going to break the concentration on his Dancing Flame, and that is the end of his turn.
So you just hear a and after the bright flash of fire, you see smoke coming out of what would be the underbelly of this humongous wolf, and like trees falling around as it bursts through the tree, and literally created a wall to protect Megabolt. And you can see the smoke from your combust coming from its fur towards where, if he was a bipedal creature, would be his chest. And he just barrels down, and you can see that Megabolt is unscathed.
Lucky bastard.
And since you're not trying to hide yourself with that, he turns to you, goes, "Ow!" Points his staff, and you can see the electricity begin to build up. And he just wiggles it, and 2 streaks of lightning begin to fly your way, one from his staff and one from the remaining totem.
Oh, I'm dead.
So 17.
If that'll hit, my armor class is 10.
12 points of lightning damage.
Yep, I'm dropped.
You're down?
Yep.
So he just laughs.
You cannot outmatch the power of Megabolt.
And that's it. That's one of his legendary actions. So, yeah, Chester, or Zed, or Grimrock.
Okay, so I'm still in the wolf form. I don't have my gear on. It's hang on, phone's ringing.
We'll just say you get dressed this turn.
Okay. So, really quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm.
In 5th edition, it is a bonus action, but you have it stated here as an action.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's an action.
And then it says on. Okay, but I could still use my bonus action to move it and attack with it, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify on that. All right. In this case, how far away is Josh from me? Like, can I make it in a move?
Yeah. You guys are both holding back. The only one that moved 30 feet forward was 30 feet forward was Grimrock.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna run over to him and pull out my holy symbol and just kind of slap him in the forehead and start praying to my goddess for healing and try to cast Cure Wounds. I'm assuming that it works the same as in 5th.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
Oh,
Okay.
by the way, as you get to me, what you see before you, clothed in these billowing robes, is a gnome.
Okay. So confused right now. Like, first he was a human, I think.
He was a blue-skinned, orange-haired human. Then he became an orange-furred, blue-skinned Yeti. And now I believe you're a blue-skinned gnome, right?
No. Right now he is a green-skinned gnome with blue eyes, golden hair.
So, I just roll a D8 plus spellcasting modifier to heal him. Because I can only cast level 1 spells, right?
Yeah, you just roll exactly what you said. The D8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. However,
right.
being a priest, you multiply that by 2 because you're a heal monkey priest. So your awesome power is counted as 2 for your spellcasting abilities, which means you heal for double.
So is that double of what I rolled, or
double your total?
Okay, so you just gained 18 hit points back.
Yes, I just got 8. I just got 10 hit points back. That's my maximum.
So he goes down and he pops right back up. Do we want to say that for me to get dressed was a bonus action? Because, yeah, I'm just gonna say that.
Well, not to put your armor on and stuff, but donning armor takes a little bit more time than that.
Yeah.
Guldur, as you heal Guldur and he pops back up, he looks at you. Thank you. Tell no one you saw my true form.
Okay. He's just like, whatever.
And then you can feel the ground rumbling by your feet. And then it wells up, and not but 5 feet from you pops up a wooden totem decorated with goblin faces.
Do I still have movement left, or?
You want to run away from the totem?
No, I want to stand on top of the totem so the mouth can't open up and shoot me. That's what I was thinking of.
The head doesn't raise, the jaw lowers.
Okay, but if I stand on top of the totem, it still can't shoot me.
I'll shoot you. Okay.
Yes. I want to stand on top of this totem.
You can climb on top of the totem.
All right.
So you just see this half-naked human. You were like all hazy, and you've been fried, electrified, and then you feel reinvigorated. The life return. You feel right as rain. Don't tell anybody my true form. As he's climbing up and just standing on top of this wooden totem. And then off in the distance, almost imperceptible within the forest and the trees and the setting sun, you can see just barely the form of the brownie with his hands over his eyes and just shaking his head. But Grimrock, the enemy is still before you.
Yes, and yeah, they moved away from me, Nelson. Those the wolf. Did they?
They're just behind you. You're 30 feet away from them.
Oh, okay. So yes, when all this was happening,
You charged the enemy.
yeah. He's still he's still getting crackles of energy around him, and then he just comes to and rubs his eyes, and he tell me something. Is Zed still the wolf?
No, he's a human.
Okay, all right, and he's I'm gonna charge and attack again. So he just rubs his eyes and bum.
Yeah, you're right in front of. You're like face to face with this huge wolf.
Okay. Or can I grapple the wolf? Am I able to do that?
Huge creatures have base awesome power of 3.
Ah, yeah. I know the wolf. Sorry. Okay, so yes, Rimrock's doing a running haymaker to the wolf's jaw.
All right. So just roll your attack.
Okay, well that's an 8. So that's a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just grazes the wolf's jaw.
Yeah, he just comes in. Like that.
And with that, the wolf is going to snap at you. As its legendary action. Yeah, and I got an 18 on the dice.
That hits.
So, what? Let me just it's. Oh man, I forgot that. Anyway, oh god, it finally hit you with its bite attack, and you can feel the pain. These humongous jaws are nearly enough to engulf your torso. Each tooth is... Wait, what was the rating on this? We said we were going to RPMA, right?
No.
Okay. Look at Josh happily nodding his head. Okay, we'll still keep it a little low key. It hurts. It hurts.
The rating in 18 means that's a different Grimrock.
Okay, so So still RP-13. His jaws clamp down, and it's almost like a bear trap, right? And you take a total of 13 piercing damage from these utterly massive jaws.
Yeah, you're hearing Grimrock howling, and then he just goes limp and just dangles in the wolf's jaws. That's him dying.
You're actually down too.
Yep.
All right. He just tosses you. He literally tosses you away. Actually, he tosses you 30 feet back to your friends.
Yay! I was hoping he would do that.
Oh, sorry, consider it.
He tosses you 30 feet back to your friends. And again, another mound of earth begins to rise. This time, not 5, but 10 feet away from the two of you. And a third totem pops up from the ground. And you just hear screaming in the distance above this massive wolf.
Oh, now it's time to have some fun!
And the wolf begins galloping, its back scraping the trees as it's running. Every time it scrapes the trees, you just hear,
"Oh, stop it!"
But it charges towards you guys. Which one of you is the biggest one? That's Zed, actually, now. So this humongous wolf charges at Zed, and it's gonna attempt to bite you. Golly, while it was running, there still seems a bit of residual pine smoke in the air, and you saw these massive jaws. You feel that you could be swallowed whole by this wolf, and yet the jaws just snap shut, like 2 feet away from you. You can feel the concussive force from the snap, and just forcing massive amounts of air through its nose. You can see smoke coming out of the wolf's nose as it's trying to vacate all this pine smoke out. Angrily, Megabolt is like,
Fuzzy, you idiot!
I'll get this, twirling his staff again. Knowing that, he's no fool. He knows who raised who, and he's going to fire his lightning bolt at Zed. Yeah, what's that AC right now? Am I gonna get lucky?
I don't have my armor on, but do I still have my shield?
Yeah, you can still use a shield.
Okay, then it's 12.
It's 12?
Yep.
I get a 14.
Alrighty. Let's see if you can kill me.
So he has 3 totems, so that's 15 for that. So it's a total of 19 points of lightning damage.
Well, here's the question, because I'm standing on top of
you're
one
standing
of the
on the
dogs.
one. Okay, you take the face. What you can see, Gwildor, is that the eyes of the face, they actually turn up and they're looking for where its target is, and the totem's just sort of like rotating confusingly. So you only get hit by 3 lightning bolts instead of all 4, because only 3 manage to fire, and the totem you're standing on just has a mouthful of lightning, gaped open, waiting to fire, but nothing to fire it at. So you only take, I said you took 19 before, right? You only take 14 lightning damage.
Alright, I'm still up.
Golly. That was a smart move.
See, I'm not stupid.
Yeah. Megabolt's like,
Get down from there! That's cheating!
but with that, Gwildor, would you like to roll a... Oh, wait, you're back in the fight.
Yeah, I'm back in the fight.
Yeah, you were healed up. Damn heel monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Whose horrid idea was that? All right, so what is Gwildor the gnome doing?
Okay. Gwildor the gnome is going to kind of distance himself a little bit, get behind a tree, and change back into a Yeti.
I'm assuming you've been dragging your robes.
Yes, he's been dragging his robes.
So you just see a mound of robes like dip behind a tree, and then like the robes expand on either side of the tree, and you just see orange fur popping out of the robes on either side of this tree, right?
Yeah.
If Josh turns into an orange troll now, that would confuse everybody.
Wait, I can actually do that. My awesome power would be exactly the same. So yeah, this time I'm going to turn into an orange troll.
He turns into the troll. He looks like the bridge troll, only orange. Oh, that's terrible. That is horrid. But seeing where you went, you can feel the ground right in front of you on the other side of the tree start to well up. And then, whoop, a totem. And then laughter.
Lord just kind of looks and said, "I hate those fucking things."
Favor the wrath.
So is that your turn? Just turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
It's a standard action to transform. So, Zed.
All right, I'm gonna jump down from the totem I'm on and run over to our down companion, and the same thing from before, and smack him in the forehead with my holy symbol and start praying.
Heal him
And
for an
he gets
exorbitant
healed.
amount of damage.
Come on. Oh wow. 8, 9, 10, 11, so 22 hit points.
So you heard that, Grimrock?
What have I got? Sorry. What?
You can raise your hit
You
points.
gain
Yeah.
you gain 22 hit points.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
And then I'm gonna turn when he stands up. I'm gonna turn around and smack him in the forehead again, and basically casting divine favor on him. So when he deals damage, he does an additional D6 damage.
Ooh, child. You're eating through that mana, but
Yep.
I'll tell you
Well, I
what.
still got 3 left.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. This is about to hurt.
And then I'm gonna stay behind him, so hopefully he gets hit, not me.
You just hear right before he takes his legendary action, Mega Bolt. Just say decisions. And he's twirling his staff, building up lightning as he's doing so. And as he's building up lightning, the mouths of the totems open up wide again, and you can see the lightning building up in their mouths. And they all sort of independently are turning and looking at you guys as he's saying decisions.
You're gonna blast me, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, you're the scariest dude on here. Like, you know what? He turns to look at you. He goes,
Fuzzy can handle you with ease. Take out that damn rage.
So he actually fires at Gwildor.
Damn it.
Which is fine. I'll just heal you back up. As long as I don't go down, we're okay.
Yeah. I got a 10.
That's right at my armor class. So
I got it. Well, you're hiding behind a tree, so let's give you some concealment for that. Or, some cover. Let me just double check cover. No, that's ganging up. I know I put cover in here, but I should have just bookmarked it. Yeah. Golly. So that's 12. You get +2 AC for your cover. So basically, he destroys your cover. You know, the totem that was right in front of you on the other side, the other side of the tree, like you managed to not get hit by that. Like it went in your armpit, took to the side. But oh man, all five bolts of electricity fire into that tree, and they just explode outwards. Splinters are flying everywhere, and you can hear it. It doesn't fall all the way down. It's resting on the other pieces of canopy right now, but you can tell that tree trunk has been obliterated. You could just, it's a good smell though, you know, the smell of pine wood, especially for you. It actually smells quite appealing, and your mouth could be watering a little bit from that smell.
Yes.
Was that his legendary action, Nelson?
That was his legendary action.
Okay, because Goober didn't get to go yet.
Yeah, I know. That was just his legendary action.
Okay.
It's actually Grimrock's Goober. Grimrock's go.
Did you call me Goober? What?
That was Chester. I mean,
I don't remember people's names, so I call him Goober or...
Okay. I keep on forgetting the distance of these things. So
yeah, no, they're right up on me.
all right. So yes, as just when Zed heals, Grimrock comes right up, stands up straight, rubs the sleep away from his eyes, then hears something crack, and then he just looks up a bit confused and sees a big, large orange troll.
Oh, God.
So he's gonna spend his time wondering what the orange troll is?
You want me to roll for it?
No, just a decision. You decide.
And then he just blinks. The colors are just, you know, he's connecting the colors. Troll was green, wasn't he? The troll on the bridge was green, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so then he just looks towards Megabolt. That's his name.
Yeah, the big wolf is named Fuzzy. That dominates everyone's vision. Like Megabolt is barely visible on Fuzzy's back.
Alright. But now I'm going to die with Megabolt.
You're gonna try to attack Megabolt?
Yep.
Alright, so roll your attack.
Okay, I got a 15.
Okay, so roll your damage.
15. Yeah, that was a 7. Alright, that's an 8, isn't it?
It's a D6 plus a D6 plus
2d6.
5. 1d6.
But he gets an additional D6 from Divine Favor.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because of Divine Favor, you get the additional
Plus 1.
D6. So you're rolling.
I'm not with it, sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling 2d6s.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so that is a 9. Alright.
And you're adding your strength and your awesome power, which
Oh no, it didn't add that. Oh,
yeah, which I believe should be +5 right now.
that. Yeah.
So that's additional. That's 14 total.
Okay. I want to use an action surge.
All right, but when you jump up to try to attack Megabolt, Fuzzy actually gets into the way and takes the hit himself.
So I'm hitting Fuzzy.
Yeah, you're hitting the wolf.
Alright, well. Just
Wolf's
imagine
gotta
that
be
in
close
slow
to be-
motion. Just
Yeah.
imagine that. And then this time, Grimrock's haymaker just goes crack and it doesn't hurt his fist this time. Just and then he looks round to the tree again and looks towards where Wildor is and so.
So you're not going to use your action surge?
Oh wait,
then?
yes. Sorry. So roll the hit again, or yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's the 15.
That's a hit.
That is a 4. That's 7 plus 5.
So that's 12 total.
Oh. Okay.
And again, you know, Fuzzy's always interposing himself, so he's always the one taking the damage. But at this point, you can see he's getting kind of beat up. But as he does so, he sort of peers up and peeks slightly through the canopy, and you can just hear this enormous howl. What was that? What was that, Brian?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you said something. He rolls this enormous howl. So I'd like each of you to roll a wisdom save.
I got a 4.
Oh God. Okay.
14.
All right. So you pass. And
Right.
finally, Wildor. What's your wisdom save?
My wisdom save?
Yeah.
Let me roll it real quick. 18.
8. So the only one that's frightened by this is actually Grimrock, who just slugged this thing twice. But this howl rings in your ears and shakes you to your bone, Grimrock, and you're actually frightened of Fuzzy right now, which means you can't like move closer to him, but you're already engaged, and if you attack him, you attack at disadvantage, which means you roll twice and take the lowest. And shortly after this howl, mere moments, you can hear 3 howls in reply, and you can see from 3 different directions 3 large wolves barreling through the forest to come into the fight.
We're screwed.
Yes, you are. And now it is the bad guys go. So, seeing the reinforcement, you hear what you call Megabolt still. The tree won't stop me now. And he's spinning around his twirling around his staff, and lightning is forming up, and the jaws of these totems drop, and you can see the lightning starting to wisp out and reach forward towards all of you. And this time, with the most intent purpose, they all quickly turn and face the large orange troll. And let's see if he's hit. He's hit. It's a 13 total. So that hits your 10. And that's 5 bolts of lightning, so that's 27 points of lightning damage.
Who was that?
Wildor, you're the orange troll.
Okay,
right now.
I'm dead. I'm once again dead.
You're down. Heroes never die.
I'm down again.
You're down, but you're down. You're like blasted. While you're transforming back into your gnome form, you're actually partially blasted out of your robes. Like the robes are still smoking, and there's a hole in the robes, and and you're like in a bush by your robes, and there's a bit of smoke coming out of the bush. And Megabolt is just giggling. I am the most powerful mage in the woods. And then with that, Fuzzy turns to snap his jaws at what apparently is his most, the opponent that has most defied him in his life, this large morsel, also known as a Yeti, standing before him, and he snaps his jaws at Grimrock, and I think that's a 20. That's over a 20, so that should hit. That's yowza. So that's 24 points of that's 24 points to hit. So he deals 13 points of piercing damage again, and he's like gnawing at you, and tosses you away from your healer towards the wanting jaws of one of the other larger wolves. Now, these wolves aren't nearly as large as Fuzzy. These are the ones that are on all fours. They're only up to Grimrock's waist. And as Grimrock lands 30 feet away from his healer, one of these wolves charges up and actually starts biting at him while he's on the floor. So that's over a 20. Let me just roll up to these. And you take 10 points of piercing damage in addition to the 13 you took before. So the total of 23 damage this round.
Alright, well, that's him, right.
Is Grimrock still up?
That's him down.
Alright. So the final two wolves, they don't have enough movement to quite get to you, Zed, because they're still very large and there's a lot of trees in the way. So you see them barreling through the trees and they're cracking off branches, and they get about 30 feet towards you, but that's all that they can move.
I gotcha.
And it is now depending on what order you guys want to go, but it's your guys' turn.
Yeah, I think I'm probably going to be going first because I'm the only one up. So.
Well, Grimrock has a second wind feature, so he can just get up.
Okay. Well, before he does, though, let me see. I'm going to hold up my holy symbol and heal everyone, basically. I think I can. Where is it? The priest.
I saw that, Brian. You're going to try to preserve life?
Yeah, but it doesn't have a range on it.
There is no range. It's
okay.
As long as you can see the targets, you can heal them with preserve life.
All right, so it's 5 times my charisma times my
Times your awesome
power.
power. This is not a spell, so your awesome power is only 1.
Okay, so it's 5. So it's only 5? Because it's 5 times charisma, so it would be 5, and then times awesome power of 1, so it's 5.
Yeah, so it's only you can heal for 5 hit points. You can get them back up, both of them, but they're only raised to 5 hit points apiece.
Oh, they both? Okay. Well, if that's the case, then yeah, I'll go ahead and do that then. Does that mean I heal myself as well for 5?
It should.
All right.
Let me just double check, see how many targets you can hit with that. Classes, heal monkey.
It's
Yep, you can heal a number of targets equal to your level. You being a level 3 can heal 3 targets.
all right. So everyone gains 5 hit points. Yay! Before we die, those who are about to die, we salute you.
Yeah, you raised me up to 50% of my health.
Hey man, I'm doing the best I can.
You're lucky. You can't get back in the fight.
I know.
And with that, I'm gonna move towards Josh's character and then cast divine favor on him. So any damage he does is an extra d6 damage.
But that drops divine
no,
favor
I
off of.
Yeah. Never mind then. I won't do that. But I still move towards him to move away from the wolves chasing me.
You're gonna bring them to the caster.
Hell yeah, I'm running away, dude. Like, I'm a heal monkey, not a fight monkey. It even says it in my class name.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Oh man, this is hard. All right, so you move, and you just hear giggling. Unleash the hounds! And as he screams that, through the trees, like the canopies you were fighting under, they must have been waiting there all the time. Start dropping like rotten fruit. These little goblins, and each one of them seems to be wearing spiked armor and have little spiked helmets. And like rotten fruit, they're dropping down from the trees, and each one of them begin to giggle and smile. And 6 of them drop down from these trees. And see, by where you're at, there is no tree because the base was destroyed. It tilted over. But they all start running to you as well. They don't quite get to you. All 6 of them they start surrounding you, but they only get within 10 feet of you. And these are indeed Megabolt's minions. And that's his legendary, one of his other legendary actions. So since Wildor will be right back, let's see what Grimrock is going to be up to.
So I got healed there for 3 points, or
You got healed for 5.
5. So that's me up again, is it? Or am I?
Yeah, that's you up at 5 hit points.
So, okay. Grimrock staggers to his feet again. And taking deep breaths, because all he remembers is the big, large smacks in the face he was giving to this large wolf. And then it was that howl that came. And when the wolf howled, something from his past just clicked. From his tribe. This large thing in the darkness. This shadowy, wolf-like form. With it, 4 gods charging in the woods. But this form, this black shadow, howling in the back. And
His family, his tribe, all falling one by one by this great massive attack. And the next thing he just knows that he blacked out and raised again, just shaking his head. And then, so who's closest to me?
There's a giant wolf right next to you.
The giant wolf. Is there
Yep.
any others as well?
That's the only one that's close to you. Fuzzy threw you 30 feet away, and your allies are. They should be either 25 or 40 feet in distance from you, and you can see if you ever care to look that they are actually being surrounded. They're surrounded by goblins, and 2 other giant wolves are already barreling down on their position. Not to mention Megabolt, Fuzzy, and these 4 lightning totems.
Or because he died, wouldn't frightened wore off on him?
No, he was never dead.
Well, knocked unconscious?
Why would it wear off?
Oh, that's what I'm asking. Like, would it wear off?
Well, I wouldn't see why. No.
Okay.
When does it wear off? No.
At the end of the combat.
Alright, so it's like Grimrock still hearing this.
Well, actually, no. What I'm talking about. You get to roll to save it. You get to roll a will save again. Sorry, at the end of the round. You were unconscious, so you didn't do it before. But you're conscious now, so at the end of this round, as long as you remain conscious, you get to roll to see if you can shake the frightened status.
Okay. So, how far away is my comrades? About 30 feet?
They're a little bit further than that because they're 10 feet away from Fuzzy's position.
So yeah, we're about 40 feet then.
And was all those enemies all bunched up together?
Around them, yeah. They're this is like, see, it's very poetic because the sun is setting on the Wolfwood, but it seems to also be setting on your guy's story. Because you're in a pretty bad predicament right now. You can already hear the ending credits starting to roll, the music, and it's a very somber sort of song playing in the back. There's a violin, and it's a solo violin. As you're looking to see what's happening.
Is that the brownie doing that? Is it? No.
I mean, you may see the brownie in the background somewhere if you care to look, but you can hear it. You can hear it. It's a very somber, sort of soft tone right now.
So, what are you doing, man?
Oh, are we stopping, or is that it?
No,
No,
not
it's
yet,
your
not
turn.
yet. I'm asking what you're doing.
Alright, okay, so, is it possible to use my breath attack?
Oh, damn. I don't know if you could reach 40 feet. Can you reach that 40 feet?
If it's...
Oh, what did I click? Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. You won't be able to reach them with your breath attack. I mean, unless you want to, like, run towards them and possibly take an attack of opportunity from this wolf. You can risk it. You know what they say, with great risk comes great reward.
Or great risk can have a serious fuck up.
So what are you doing? Are you going to run towards them and possibly get all your allies in your cone attack to get rid of, to attack? almost everything except for the one wolf you're running away from.
Feels that way. Oh.
Come on, we're waiting on you, brother.
Yeah, can I just hold my action to my go?
You want to hold? Okay. So you want to be difficult so I don't get my legendary actions. You son of a gun. All right, but that means it's Gwildor's turn. Go ahead, Gwildor. While he decides.
Okay. So the cleric is at me. I've got how many wolves running towards me?
You've got 2 giant wolves, and then there's Fuzzy. That is not, but it's a short distance away. He's not running at you right now, but you know he's there. Then atop Fuzzy is Megabolt. And then surrounding you guys, utterly surrounding, they're not quite engaged yet. They're about 10 feet away from you, but surrounding you is 6 other goblins. And these are very familiar. They beat you from Yeti-sized to gnome-sized last time you've seen goblins like this.
And there are how many?
But they are minions. You can do the defeat minions move on these if you want.
And how many of the totems are up?
There are 4 total totems.
Oh, I so have a way out of this, but I need to transform first.
Why do you need to transform?
When he transforms, his awesome power goes up, and he benefits from his awesome power by multiplying damage by his awesome power.
Or the radius of my spells.
Yeah.
See, I can turn a 5. If I still have my awesome power at 3, I can turn a 5-foot radius into a 15-foot radius. By overcharging. Goldor is going to. Is the cleric is still up, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He's right by your side right now, man.
Goldor's going to look at the cleric, look up at the cleric. We have to keep these guys off of me. Whatever we do, I cannot be downed again. I've got to transform. I've got to be able to cast this spell with some power behind it.
Then stop sucking and do something.
Sorry. Just keep them off me.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I am going to once again jump behind the tree. A couple of them, if they're too close together.
You're surrounded. You can't get anywhere else right now. You've got to go through enemies to get behind the next tree.
Jesus. Oh, goddamn.
You can see above the scene, just above the setting sun, the words, "Let's get dangerous."
Fuck it. I'm going to cast, he flips his coin up in the air and, smacks it with his palm. It's incendiary, and he's casting Dancing Flame. I'm casting it right in the center of the wolves that are charging towards us.
All right. I think one of them saves.
Okay, more than likely one of them does. Because I can't just, expand its radius right now. Now, see, I just rolled 11 points of damage. If I could times that by anything but 1.
You can times it by 2, dude.
No, I'm a gnome right now.
Oh, shit, that's right. Oh, wow. Wow. I'm so lucky. All right. Oh God, you're screwed.
That's 11 points of damage. But then I still have a bonus action to move it, even though it just got cast.
Yeah.
So I'm going. He's quickly going to catch the coin and roll it between his fingers. And what's within 30 feet of them?
All the minions. The spiked armor guys.
Yeah.
I altered them to be minions to make it simple. So all you got to do is just hit them, and they're out.
He's quickly going to, roll the coin to the left, and that flame's just going to take off and go in an arc right around the minions, right through each one of them.
And you're then the last minion is staring at you, going, "No!" before he's engulfed in the dancing flame.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right, and as you do that, in the corner of your eye, you can see lightning starting to peer out of the eyes of Megabolt as he's like leaning forward and off of Fuzzy. He's like, "Oh, no, you didn't!" And he points his staff at you again and again. All the totems, they seem to smile first before they drop their jaws.
I just kind of look up at the cleric. This is gonna hurt.
All right. Golly, I hope I roll low. Fucking AC. Your AC is so low. I can't miss you.
I don't have any armor on.
You don't have any dexterity either.
Exactly.
I can't miss you. So one after the other. Now with all of the goblins no longer creating a barrier around the totems so that he doesn't have to worry about harming his own tribesmen, 5 bolts of lightning strike this poor little gnome. They electrocute him so badly that they actually raise him off the floor a few inches, and he's just standing there hovering, consumed by lightning, before dropping down in a pile of smoke and pain.
I'm a glass cannon, man.
And then while the lightning was going off, the violin music in the background, you can hear it going. And then when it stops, it has that violin screech, and then everything is silent. Okay, Grimrock, have you decided? Are you going to continue holding your action, or are you going to actually take your round?
Dad want to move?
Nothing moved on the enemy side yet. However, before being violently electrocuted, Gwildor stopped all of the spiked armored goblins, and he singed 2 of the giant wolves. The ones that were by him, of course, not the one that's on you.
So I could take a big risk and do my breath attack now?
The big risk is to run away from the wolf and then breath attack at the other 2 wolves that are closing in on your allies. And you'd get those 2 wolves, Megabolt and Fuzzy. But you only have 5 hit points, and the wolf you're running away from to do that does get an attack of opportunity.
Ah, well, I got back up. I got a, what do you call it? Second wind?
Yes, you do.
Right.
So as you're running away, let's see if he hits you.
Nope.
Yeah, I think he hits you.
Okay.
I rolled a 19 on the die, so that's a 25, and
dear.
he deals even if I were to do the minimum, it's still 5 points of damage. So you try to run back, and it nips at your heel, and you just fall down.
Oh well, I tried.
And with that, no one's gonna take any legendary actions. You just hear laughter, and the only one that's currently up is Zed. So actually, a legendary action is taken, and before he goes, you see a lightning bolt strike down in front of you, Zed. Um, at the length of the staff, 10 feet away from you, a lightning bolt strikes down. And as the lightning bolt coalesces, you see it coalesce into this small little goblin wearing animal furs, barefoot, and he has a metal helmet. Grins, and lightning is pouring out of his eyes. There's lightning dancing over the metal of his staff. All the totems turn and face you, Zed. He points his staff at you and simply says, "Bye-bye." Let's see if he actually hits. I may not hit you. God. I think that's an 11.
Nope, he misses. I have
Let me
12.
just double check. Let me just double check. Yep, that's an 11.
Awesome.
After all that, he went bye-bye. You duck behind your shield. Lightning is bouncing off of your shield. And it's smoking. There's a huge amount of smoke and everything. And you're still standing. And you just see Megabolt's jaw drop open. It's like, oh, hell, just stick him! The wolves charge in. Okay, so the two wolves that were going after you charge you. So the first one, you said it's 12? Your AC?
Yeah.
So the first one definitely hits. Let me just scroll up because I haven't PDF'd this. He hits and deals 10 points of piercing damage.
Alrighty.
Is he going to knock you on your ass? Well, let's see if the other one hits.
Yeah, he doesn't. Still up.
And the second one hits you as well. He rolls a 17. They're attacking with advantage because they have pack tactics.
I got you.
So you take an additional 10 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, that knocks me on my ass.
So you're down?
Yep.
All right. So we'll skip forward a little bit. Actually, we'll let you roll the mechanics, right? Basically, what happens now that you're down is, they stop fighting. You can hear the muffled voice of laughter and followed by giant wolf howls. Gwildor can't get back into the fight of his own volition. Grimrock still has his second wind. So he can take it if he wants. However, are you going to wait for Grimrock, or are you going to do something first? Zed.
Well, I can't do anything because I'm down, right? Like, don't I have to make
you have
the
to
down
make
saves?
Yeah, you have to make your down and out save, which is an unmodified D10. If you roll a 10 or higher, you can get back into the fight.
Nope. I got a 9.
Okay, so that's your first failure. You just hear this going on, and it's hard to see because your vision is all blurry and the sun is setting. But Grimrock, are you going to use your second wind?
Yeah, might as well.
So you can raise your hit points to your beat up threshold, and that's half. Yep, that's half your hit points, and you're back in it. What are you gonna do now that you're back in it?
I'm going to grab the closest boulder that I can reach and smack that wolf with it.
And smack the what? You gonna throw it at?
Wolf.
Oh, okay.
So, $14. So that's a
That's
that's a
a hit.
6.
That's a hit. Either is good enough. So your spotter is 2. +1 for a boulder. So roll a 1d8 plus your strength modifier.
God damn it. Okay, that is that's a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
So you hit him with this large rock, and he lets out a quick, and he's basically right as rain.
Oh,
Well, as far as you can tell.
can I roll to stop being frightened?
Yes, you can. It's a wisdom save, and if you roll higher than a 14, you're no longer frightened fuzzy.
I got a 1.
Fuzzy is terrifying. You have never seen a wolf this big.
Yeah.
You could ride Fuzzy as a mount. That's how big he is.
It's like to Grimlock Rock, Fuzzy is just getting bigger, and he's just getting more black. Shadowy black to him, with red burning eyes and this kind of white smile. That's what he's seeing.
All right. Now, I have a question for you gentlemen. Do you feel that you can actually pull a win out of this?
Nope.
That depends. If these guys can keep them off me long enough to morph, then yes.
So would you like to continue the fight or concede defeat?
Well,
I don't see how we can continue the fight because I'm down, he's down. The only one up is him or Goober, and Goober doesn't have a way to heal either one of us, right?
He could. He attacked. He attacked with a boulder. He could do he could run up to you guys and use his action to perform a You're Fine action, and you automatically succeed your get back in the fight roll, so you can get back in the fight. Wildor can get back in the fight if somebody does a You're Fine, but he has no Haggard levels, so he'll start getting exhausted.
I have one Haggard level, don't I?
No?
No, that's right. I'm old fart. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have one Haggard level to 4th level.
Yeah. It's just that when you're rolling, your damage for your spells is just ridiculously.
Yeah.
You're a glass cannon, like you said.
If he can do a You're Fine action on, the cleric can get me back up, and if they can both keep those guys from killing me again,
but
I'm more.
Like I said, do you think it can happen, or do you wish to concede defeat?
I think it can happen, but it's up to them. All we have to do is play a little bit smarter.
I wouldn't mind going on, but my pains is getting very strong.
All right.
That thing.
Personally, I think I should concede defeat.
Yeah, that's what I think as well, because
it's all right. The big bad guy getting his theatrical win,
so far on damage though, we have not touched the goblin. Like the wolf's almost dead, but the goblin is still fine.
Yeah,
So
you've been hurting Fuzzy. Like Fuzzy is definitely beat up.
yeah,
You can
he's
tell
almost down.
You can tell he's at least at or below half his hit points.
Oh, if that's even worse. Like, I thought he was
Yeah.
closer to being
But
down
if
than
I
that.
if I was able to morph into a troll or a yeti again, one spell, if I overcharge it correctly, I can do dancing flame with a 15-foot radius. And if I decide to roll my damage and I get lucky, I could do a pretty good amount of damage. And even if I use basic damage, which is 7 times 3 is 21.
Yeah.
So I can have a 15-foot radius flame to just move around within 30 feet as I see fit that does 21 points of damage to everything it touches.
Can we take a few minutes break and then decide what we want to
If
do?
you guys want to concede defeat, that's fine with me though.
You still get experience if you concede defeat. Go ahead, take a 5. Go do what you need to do, brother.
All right, I'll be back in a minute as well.
Again, the violin music.
Yes, the violin music. Whatever. I'm gonna kill that violin player.
Remember, in cartoons, sometimes the bad guys beat the heroes.
Yes, sometimes they do, but they don't beat Gwildor.
Oh, see, here's you exposed your hand, man.
Yeah, I know.
You exposed your hand. I mean, Megabolt knows. He may not know your name, but he knows you're a rival to his power. He ain't having it. So what do you think so far?
That's pretty good. I like it.
This is just like the way I wrote it. Wait, hold on, where is it? The way I wrote it, it's I have a lot like written down, but it's for all intents and purposes, it's a story. It's an adventure seed. You know.
I'm telling you, man, with the right dancing flame, the right overcharged dancing flame, I can take out most of the totems fairly quickly.
You are indeed, or you can be, when set up, a very, very mean glass cannon. Like, just at level 4, when you can cast it at higher level, it's bad.
Yeah, I know.
It gets
I've
bad.
read
But you're a glass cannon, so you're the reason you guys won that first fight.
I know.
Like the damage you were outputting, and then like we've got fucking get back in the fights and second wins all over the place. In addition to that, like
if we had another fighter, this would be in the bag.
I don't know about that. This fight is not the full force of the final fight. This is meant for you guys to be like level 5 or 6 to fight.
Then why are we doing this now?
Well, because here's the thing. Heroes never die, so they can do a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are doing, for the level you're at, you didn't get completely trounced right off the bat. You know? Not every fight are you meant to win. Running away is always an option. And with that
I was actually going to do that. I was going to turn into a wolf and just start taking off running. Be like, later, bitches.
With that in mind, there is failure XP in the XP chart. So when you fail an encounter, you still learn from it. So at these low levels, your failure XP is pretty much the same amount as your winning XP. Because you're so early in your adventure and careers, you learn just about as much losing as you do winning. It's just some people that can turn into things don't want to concede defeat. He's like, no, I'm overpowered. I can do this. So we have all our participants back, listening to this soft, soothing, just slow-paced violin music in the background. The sun, just cresting the horizon. All the shadows are deep and dark. You've got Gwildor in his gnome form,
Flipping
just
off
lying
the
there.
player.
little remnants of lightning dancing on him, smoke rising from him in his robes, his frayed up robes. You've got the holy man being made a light snack by these wolves, and in the distance, just raising up, fighting, rock in his hand, bashing, refusing to give up at this moment. This one Yeti, this one lone Yeti, and it's getting dark, and it's getting dark fast. Do you guys wish to continue the fight or concede defeat?
I said, man, it's up to them, man. Majority rules.
Yeah, I say concede.
I would really love to go on, but definitely dark. I want to be in there, so we'll just see.
So we'll pick it up again another time. Basically, the sun sets, right? The colors of the sunset are picked up by the letters in the sky that say, "Let's get dangerous," and you can hear those words being read out just in that voice. Let's get dangerous, followed by the cackling laughter of Megabot. And the scene just grows black. Yo! Thank you!
You're talking, I can't hear shit.
Dag nabbit. That Nessie sometimes still gets me. Right. Yeah. So basically, you guys, you come to, and you came to with signs. You were told by the villagers that are nursing you back to health that you were dragged and tossed at the edge of the forest by a mob of laughing goblins, and for the first time, they saw two of these large wolves, and the townspeople are panicking and in panic when you wake up, but they do manage to inform you and actually show you the signs that you were wearing had a carved goblin face, and it says "Property of Megabolt." And that was around each one of your necks. But you do manage to get to experience. Silence, you. So yeah, so you can mark off your experience. We'll say that that you can get a rest. So if you have enough experience to go up in level, Wildor,
5 experience, I got enough.
yeah, you can raise your experience points to the next level. I am curious to ask Chester, who hasn't been part of any of this. This is the first time you've actually looked at the state of the rules, at least this current state of the rules. I'm curious to know what did you think of it.
It's different and interesting. Some things, though, I do think need a little bit of work. But yeah, overall, I like it, and I wouldn't mind playing it again.
So, in your opinion, what do you think needs some work?
Well, like with Awesome Power, of course, you got to remember I got to look at this like 2 minutes before I actually started playing. So, what I'm saying may not, carry much weight, but I think having some way to affect your Awesome Power, like either a feat that you could take, like one-time feat, where you could boost your Awesome Power up by 1, because for me, a lot of my healing was based off my Awesome Power, but it wasn't really doing much. I mean, I said that wrong. And of course, I didn't quite realize. Part of the issue is just me looking at the rules.
Yeah, you literally got like slapped in the face with them.
Yeah, and so because now that I'm thinking about it, like if I would have known that I needed charisma, I would have had a higher charisma stat than having strength as my other high stat. Because then that would have changed a little bit there, and then let me see. And of course, with feats, it looks like you have feats though that are based around just strength and dexterity. I see one intelligence.
Yeah, there's for raising your Awesome Power in the state of the rules that you got. There's only a strength, dexterity, and intelligence one.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to put the wisdom one in quite yet, but in the next iteration of the rules, there's for your build I have one called Cro-Magnon, where it lowers your intelligence to 6 and it cannot be raised above 6. But that's pretty much it's a hefty cost, but it's something you could have taken at level 1 to raise your Awesome Power.
I gotcha. I like the spells. I was looking through like the other ones as well, not just the ones I had. I like the name changes. I like what they do, so those are really good. Really, I think it just needs to be tweaked a little bit more. Just not necessarily. I can't put my finger on what. Just working out the bugs, I guess. You know what I mean? Like
I know what you mean, but I'm trying to find out what the bugs are so I can work
I know.
it out.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like I said, it's kind of hard for me to say when I just got kind of thrown into this. One thing though, like your Awesome Power based on your size, that's rough because there's only one race that has a large size. And yes, changelings can get into the large size, but that's very rough. I mean, what's stopping from everyone just from playing a wild man, just so they can have, the large size and getting +2 Awesome Power?
A halfling expert thief,
Yeah.
the bigger they are, is extraordinarily dangerous.
There are certain class features that can raise your Awesome Power. There are also certain feats that can raise your Awesome Power. I mean, it's pretty well balanced actually.
Okay. But, again, I didn't get to look at the other classes. I just kind of was told I'm playing a healing monkey, so.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that do benefit from getting Awesome Power. Playing Yetis is pretty insane, but Yetis require twice as much food and drink as anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things about resting, I'm not taking it into too much of an account during this phase of the testing, but when you do short and long rests, you need a short rest, you need to drink, and a long rest, you need food.
Which makes sense.
So a Yeti requires twice as much of that. So they need to invest twice as much of everything they get just to feed themselves. But with that said, I mean, let's see what else I have. Wildor is actually an old fart, which is an age category, and the old fart age category, as far as spellcasting, makes you a glass cannon. You can't get back into the fight like these younger cats can. You know, you tend to stay down once you're knocked down. However, if your magic benefits from an increase in awesome power, you can treat your awesome power as 1 point higher.
Which is how
Okay,
me
so
and Yeti form as an awesome power of 3.
where is that? The old fart bit?
That's at the wait. Is that at the very beginning of this iteration of the rules? Not character options, character creation. Give me a second. Character creation, races. It is right at the beginning of the races section. So there's 5 tiers, 5 categories of age. 2 of them meaning you're no good as a hero, because there are actual abilities that can change your age. So if you're a baby, you can't be a hero. If you're a retiree, you're over the limit. You can't be a hero. However, if you're not a child, you're in the prime of your life. That's hero age, right? You can be a child hero, and you decrease your size category by 1 to the next lowest. You reduce your awesome power accordingly, but you gain twice the amount of maximum Haggard levels. So you can be knocked down and get back up twice as much as anyone else. So it's really good if you want a basic beat 'em up character. Then there's Old Fart, and Old Fart is the one where if you get knocked down, you're gonna stay down. I mean, without help. But you raise your effective maximum awesome power for, pardon me, for healing. Which it's one of those things where personally I feel it's bordering overpowered, except for the fact that they just don't get back up. You know, like if you guys, because I know Brian, this is the first time he's coming into anything D&D like in 5th edition wise. You got slapped in the face with the rules like 2 seconds. Here's the rules. Make a character. Okay, let's play.
Yeah.
But if this is the middle ground difficulty level, me putting my evil GM hat on, that's like the adult. That's okay. Let's go in. You guys got to work together. You guys got to be on point, know each other. But you can do some amazing things. And then again, there's only 3 of you here, which was sad. There was supposed to be 5 today.
Oh yeah, yeah. I could tell that the adventure itself was meant for more.
Apparently, half the party got assassinated.
Yeah. if you had Sahib here, like if his internet didn't, if the combination of his internet and Hangouts just did not like him today. But if he was here, I think it would have made a much larger difference. Because he plays another warrior.
That's all I was doing, was running back and forth between those two, just healing. That's all I could do. And of course, I kind of screwed myself up by doing the wolf form in the very beginning, because that dropped my AC down to 12. Normally, I was supposed to have an AC of 18, so that would have made a bigger difference there.
That would have been a huge difference. If you would have transformed into your werewolf form while wearing your armor, you would have had an AC 18 and damage resistance against what everyone else but Megabolt was doing.
Well, I thought it was everything but silver.
It's bludgeoning, non-silvered bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. That doesn't include lightning. Megabolt was throwing lightning bolts around.
Okay, that's not what it says in the thing that you sent me. It says gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage from non-silvered weapons.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know so you can change that.
No, that's what I said.
That's what he said.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Yeah.
That's what you gain the resistance from, as long as you're being attacked by weapons that aren't silver weapons.
But magic is none of those damages.
Yep. I just read it wrong.
Yeah. So you would have been much more sturdy.
Oh yeah. And plus 2 dex and plus 2 strength.
Yeah.
From that.
Yeah, you would have been able to do quite a few more things.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind making a character again and actually being able to go through all the rules.
Yeah, I also in the new iteration of the rules, I have a lot more. I wouldn't say a lot more, but I think I have like 20 feats now instead of what's there originally.
I'm just thinking of a Yeti turning into a werewolf. Would be funny.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious. It'd be awesome.
Uh-huh.
It'd be totally awesome.
And then do a breath weapon on top of that, like.
Yeah,
or could you do a breath weapon while in werewolf form?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
it'd be fine.
Awesome.
So the goal is to kind of take D&D, crank it up to 11, and just have fun with it.
I gotcha.
Well, I now have 14 hit points in heat metal.
I already know where that's going. I already know where you're gonna try to get Megabolt to take off his crown.
Oh no! Screw the crown.
Yeah, whatever.
With heat metal, I'm going after that staff.
You think that will stop Megabolt?
Well, anyways, I need to take off, guys.
Pissed off because we beat his ass last time.
Yeah, he brought the big guns. He had to bring his pet Fuzzy with him.
Yeah. So it's just one.
Have a good one, Chester.
All right, peace out.
Yep.
Bro.